Got a problem? Got a need? Is your mind in confusion? Got something to fix? Looking for a solution?
Get up and go Technobusters.
Gotta find what we need. Gotta go investigate it. Think it out. Go design. Get ready to create it.
Get up and go Technobusters.
Check it in. Check it over. Try it out. Go to test. If the problem is solved, the solution is best.
Get up and go Technobusters.
Voila, voila, voila! Welcome back to the workshop, guys. Now, processing is the word on our lips, and it's gonna stay that way for quite some time to come. Now, I'm sure you guys have been keeping up with all the developments that we've been having in the studio. But if you haven't, the only thing that you need to know is that the Sinetemba Stars have been looking for ways to try and organize a soccer kit for their team. And through processing, we've been trying to help them. Now, today, I am joined by two more cool cats all the way from the famous soccer team. So say what's up to the people. All right, well, through the weeks, we've also been receiving hundreds of letters from all you guys at home. We want to say thanks to all you guys and don't stop writing. We want to hear exactly what you guys are thinking. Now, this is a letter from Zama, and it goes like this. Hi to all you Technobusters. I really like your show. I watch your show all the time. Thanks for the last time. I enjoyed learning how to make chutney with my friends. Now I make for my mommy at home. And she says that she won't even buy chutney from the store no more because she really likes mine. That's so sweet. You know what? That is exactly what we guys want to hear. It is nice to know that you guys are putting what you see to good use. Now, I'm sure you guys at home are wondering what my two texter friends are doing with me in the studio, brought Jabulo and Tamiz. Well, these two texters come with a special message from the team. So what do you want to ask us?
The Sinetemba Stars are starting a soccer tournament.
We are trying to get money.
But we don't have money to buy a cup for the winners. So we want to know if we can make one. Or what can we do?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are you guys ready to get your hands dirty?
Yes!
Well, then, I might just know some people who might just know some people who might just know a little bit of something about clay. But then, let's first find out from my expert people what they had to say.
Holla Technobusters, I'm sitting in one of my favorite spots. It's an African courier shop which sells a whole lot of wonderful things that represent our beautiful country, South Africa. Some of the things in the shop are made out of clay, like this pot here, which comes in all different shapes and sizes. Just take a look around. Did you guys know that for hundreds of years, the people of this country have known ways on how to make and design pots using clay that they got locally? The knowledge and methods for making the pots is traditionally passed on from grandparents to parents, then to the children, and of course to their grandchildren. That is how they learn to make the pots today. Isn't that just great? We call it indigenous knowledge.
Indigenous. Something that is local and from this country. So indigenous knowledge is knowledge that is local and from this country.
Now, those women sure know how to make beautiful pots, guys. But I've seen lots of children like you guys, making lots of animals out of clay, too.
We all do it. Oh, yeah, I brought you this ox.
Oxen, cool. Can you teach me how to do this?
Sure.
Oh, wicked. I mean, now I can afford a wife, guys.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, now that I know how to make a cow out of clay, I can afford to pay Labola. But you know what? We need to find out more. So now one of our Technobusters will try and get a nose out of a book long enough just to tell us exactly how they do it.
Come on in, Techno Wizards. Grab a book and read on, because I'm on the right page to take a step-by-step on how to create our own clay works of art.
First, the clay is collected and dried. It is then crushed into a fine powder. The clay is then sieved onto a grass mat. Small stones and bits of rubbish, such as grass, are removed. This process is repeated. A smooth stone is used to crush and grind the clay some more. Water is added to the fine, powdery clay. The water and powder are mixed until you get a thick, creamy dough. The clay is then kneaded with the heel of the hand. The next step is the testing of the clay. If it can form a sausage shape and keep this shape without cracking, it is right. A small base is formed and flattened, and the coils of clay are rolled and wound round and round. These are not placed directly above one another because they get wider and wider from the base until they reach the middle, and then they get narrower and narrower. One coil is joined to the other by moistening it with water.
The pot is then smoothed over so that the coils are no longer visible. A piece of cardboard or knife can be used for this.
The pot is decorated by making patterns using a nail, stick, or a thorn. An outdoor kiln, which is like an oven for baking pottery items, can be made by piling up dried grass and then letting the fire flare up, and then when it has died down, the pots can be taken out when cool. Otherwise, the pots are buried in a shallow hole, covered with soil. A fire of dried aloe leaves is put on top and allowed to burn slowly. When the pots have cooled down, they will be removed and the ashes raked off. The pots are rubbed clean and a small amount of shoe polish may sometimes be added. The pots are then carried up to the side of the road to be sold to the tourists. As these pots are so beautifully made, this is how some of them find their way to curio shops, African art centers, and some of them are even exported overseas. It's as simple as that. Back to you, Techno One.
Simple? So now tell me something, what's a coil?
Eish man, a coil is just a roll of clay.
You know what, I knew that. I was just checking if you guys were listening.
Oh, showcase. So if we know how to roll cold clay, we can make any type of pot we want.
Exactly. But just as long as you remember that form fits function.
Huh?
Well, the shape and size of the thing that you design, even if it's a pot, it has to suit the reason for which you're making it. Get it?
I think so.
Well, you know what? To find more examples, let's cross over to one of our Technobusters.
Can you tell me what's the difference between a pot that's used to make beer and the one that's used to drink it? Well, of course I know you don't drink, but I'm sure you must have seen how they make it at home when you have those big family functions, right? The pot for making beer is large with a wide mouth, and the one for drinking beer is wide in the middle. That's where both hands are used to cup the pot. It's the most comfortable size and shape to hold and drink from. If you've ever noticed, the pot for carrying the beer has a long neck so that the beer does not spill. When the beer runs out, the smaller pot is used so that the guests can get the message without the host having to tell anyone that the beer is finished. You get it? Form fits function. Now our job is to find the form, the size, the shape and design that is best suited to create a trophy for our star soccer tournament. Any ideas?
I've designed a trophy that is wide in the middle, like a pot, and it has handles.
Mine comes out wide like a cone and it's got a place to stand on.
I thought we should make it really tall and straight, but everybody says it will fall over.
Now, those are some great ideas, guys, and I'm sure that they are going to be very useful. But right now, we're about to get down and dirty and start working on our clay trophy. Now, before you guys at home even try this, make sure that you've got a plastic apron on because things can get very messy. Or you can just be like my friends here in Jabulo and Temiz. What they did is they used black rubbish bags and cut holes in them for their heads and their arms. Are you guys comfortable?
Yes.
Well, cool, guys. Well, right now we have to do a sausage test.
What's the sausage test?
A sausage test, when you roll clay into a sausage, and if it doesn't break, you can mold it into any shape you want.
You go, Jabula. But anyway, right now we have to make sure that our clay is ready to make our trophy. Remember in this step that you should use two hands and roll it backwards and forwards, moving the hands outwards from the middle. By doing this, the coils are more likely to be even in thickness. Then begin to join the coils by moistening them with water. Depending on what clay you use, to harden it you may dry it in the sun, or you may use a kiln. Now a grown-up can help you make your own kiln from a paint and sawdust. So what did you guys think?
Yes, I like mine and I also like Timmy's one, but we only need one.
I know. We can give one to the winning team, and we can give the other one to the best player in the tournament.
But we're only halfway done because we still haven't fired the clay, and we all know that for the clay to be strong, it needs heat. Sometimes it's not enough just to put it in the sun, so we use a kiln.
I'm gonna ask my teachers to help me make one.
Kiln. An oven or a furnace that is used to bake clay and make it hard.
There we go. We're all fired up and ready to go. Get it? Fired up? Killed? You know what? Okay, just forget it. Anyway, I think our trophies are ready to be lifted up by the winning team. So you Sinatema Stars can go out there and make us proud. So now that you guys have got all the tools to make your tournament a success, and that is all thanks to processing. Anyway, for myself, the workshop, and the rest of the Technobusters, until next time, goodbye! Bye.